What are you doing with that brick?
Oh, that's my phone.
Oh, it's your phone. I thought you told me it was a brick.
When did I say that? I'm answering questions from a previous video that we did random questions about. And now I'm answering actual questions.
From comments.
Yes.
All right. So in your previous video, you said to all of the at the end of the video, ask a question in the comments, and then you guaranteed your fans that you were going to answer these comments. And now you're following up, doing what you said, and you're answering the questions that your fans had for you in the comments.
Yes.
There we go. All right. So, first question. Have you ever prank called someone? How did it go? If not, prank call someone right now.
No, actually, I haven't.
You've never prank called anyone.
Wow.
Well, the question did say you have to prank call someone right now. And we know you have your phone on you because you just verified it wasn't a brick.
I mean, I can't really do that because everybody's sleeping.
Well, that would make it for a great prank, huh?
Not really.
Who are you calling?
Now, if I said who I was calling, wouldn't that make it a little ridiculous?
Okay, okay. Oh, hold on. I'm getting a phone call right now. Here, let me answer this. Hello?
Hello.
Who's this?
This is King Wappa Jelly.
Danny, I'm trying to have a phone call right now. Could you keep it down?
I'm sorry.
King Wapajelli, what's going on?
My house is on fire.
Oh no, you better put it out.
I thought you could do that for me.
How?
I don't know.
Alright, well, I'm in the middle of an important video, King Wapajelli. I'm gonna have to get back to that.
No, okay.
Alright. Bye.
Bye.
Now here's a question. Have you ever been prank called by someone?
Yes, multiple times.
Who was it?
You.
I mean, besides me.
No, that's it. Literally just you.
Oh, well. Have you ever gotten a prank email or letter or any other communication?
Mm-hmm.
No?
No.
Okay. All right. Next question. This is a long one.
Okay.
Has this ever happened to you? You bought a house, it was not disclosed to you that there was a termite infestation in the walls, in the moldings. So you take it upon yourself to call your own termite extermination company. But when the guys show up, they immediately ask to use your restroom. Then, for over 2 hours, they take turns going in and out of there, taking huge mud pies, over, flushing. Then they go in there together, and you hear a bunch of scrounging around, and you hear a bunch of yelling, and then one of them standing in the bathroom doorway shouting at you that his friend's foot is stuck in the toilet, and he says, "Help! Help him! Help him! You gotta help him!" Then you go in there to help him, and he just pulls it out easily and laughs because his foot wasn't stuck. It wasn't stuck at all. He was just faking it. And then he gets in a really serious way, says, "It's turbo time." And they both start running around the house as fast as they can, jumping on the couches. But then you try to jump in and they yell at you, "You're not part of the turbo team. Don't run. You don't run with us. We're the only ones that run. Until you're part of this turbo team, walk slowly." So you go lay down by yourself and read art books. But then the next day you went into the bathroom and it looks like the hole in your toilet has shrunk. And you say, "How can this be? There's no way they could have shrunk in the toilet." But then you saw in the trash can a receipt for Home Depot for a toilet with the exact same size of yours, but with a joke hole that's only for farts. They replaced your real toilet with a toilet that's just for farts. Now you can't take a dump in your own house because you have a toilet that can't suck them down, and you feel sick to your stomach. Has that ever happened to you?
No. That I don't even think that's a thing.
Well, it must be a thing because someone obviously took a long time to write that question out.
I mean, if that happened to you, dude, I am sorry, but that's never happened to me.
What do you think to someone that happened to them?
I mean, that sucks. That's really really sad. I mean, I don't know how to feel about that.
What would
That's
you
just
do if
wrong.
that actually did happen to you?
I'd be mad.
Well, that's how you would feel, but would you do anything about it?
I'd fix my toilet. I'd go buy a new one.
Yeah.
I
All
mean,
right.
I don't know what else you could do.
Yeah, what else can you do? All right, next question. Have you ever had a dream that have you ever you could you do you once you could do so you'll that you could you want them to do you so bad that you could do anything?
No.
Okay. That was a literal question in the comments.
Okay.
These are your fans, so don't look at
That's
me
fine.
this way.
That's fine, bro.
Okay. Next question. What is the best video game of all time, and why do you think it's Donkey Kong?
I don't.
All right, then what is it?
The best video game of all time was Captain America.
What Captain America game?
It's Captain America: The First Avenger. It's actually the only one they've ever made.
What system is it on?
Xbox 360.
Nice. I've never heard you talk about that game.
Really?
Hmm.
Yeah, I mean, it was fairly fun. Story is pretty accurate.
Nice.
Second, Mom.
You okay?
In a second, Mom!
What does she want you to do? Okay. Continuing with questions. Next question. Hello, Daniel. If you had to be an animal for 5 days, what animal would you pick? You have to eat their food, poop their poops, etc. Thanks.
I guess a bird.
A bird? What type of bird? I mean, a penguin, an ostrich, a pigeon,
Owl.
hummingbird, an owl.
Yeah.
How come?
I don't know. They always seem pretty cool and chill animals.
Okay.
I mean, I don't know if I'd want to eat birdseed for 5 days. But
Well, that's what you'd have to do. You'd have to eat
Yes.
birdseed, and you'd have to poop those white poops. Or actually, if you're an owl, do owls even eat birdseed? They eat mice. You'd have to eat mice.
True. I bet you though, if an owl had birdseed out there, I guess they'd eat it.
You'd probably have to eat a lot of birdseed.
Sure.
Next question. What is the meaning of life?
Nobody knows.
Not even you?
No. I've been asking that question for years.
Who have you
Nobody
asked it
knows. Anybody.
to? Has anyone ever told you an answer that sounded plausible?
No.
Okay. Next question. If you were to get dinner with any celebrity ever, who would it be and why?
Nobody.
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 So if Will Smith wanted to have dinner, you'd be like, nope, I don't.
I mean, no, because the one celebrity I would have had dinner with would have been Stan Lee, but
No, it said ever. It said ever, though.
Oh, well, then Stan Lee.
Stan Lee, the creator of Marvel Comics.
Yeah.
And what would you talk about over dinner?
Pretty much anything. If we wanted to talk about comics, we'd talk about comics. If we didn't, we'd talk about something else.
Pretty much whatever he wants to talk about. Don't want to piss off the master himself.
No, not really.
Yeah. All right. Next question. I think a new t-shirt design should feature a Mountain Dew bottle and the flavor says the Spectrum and the logo is your face.
I mean, that'd be awesome. Probably highly illegal.
Mmm. But it would be awesome.
It would be awesome for sure, but not legal.
All right. Next question. If you could live anywhere in the world, where would it be and why?
Probably nowhere.
Like homeless guy?
No, just right where I am.
Right where you are. All right, why?
It's nice here. It's quiet most of the time. That's pretty much it.
Gotcha. It sounds like you really don't have any specific reason. You just don't want to move anywhere.
Yeah, yep.
Okay. Next question. Did you ever pick your nose and wipe it on someone else's couch to hide it?
No!
Never?
No!
Where would you hide it then?
I wouldn't do that in public! That's just wrong.
Okay. All right. Next question.
Do that.
Next question. Daniel, you said in your last video that you would admit that you're wrong any time of the day. I'm curious if you're willing to admit that you were wrong about Justin Bieber, as you are clearly vibing to his music unbeknownst to you after saying you hate him in this video. Do you agree that you were perhaps a little hasty in your characterization of the Biebs?
Nope.
How come?
I don't like him. He's a rude person, and I just don't like him.
Well, you might not like him, but it looked like you liked some of his songs.
No.
Okay. So, what do you have to say to the people that say that you will not admit that you're wrong, even though you said you will admit you're wrong any time of the day?
Okay.
All right. Next question. What is one regret that you have?
Nothing at this moment.
Not even vibing to Justin Bieber songs?
No.
You don't regret that?
I don't regret it, but I don't like it either.
Oh, fair enough. Who is the last person that texted you, and what did the message say?
Well, that would have been my cousin Grant.
And what did I say?
Well, the last thing you said was a cat emoji that was mad.
There was nothing more.
I mean,
recent.
you asked me if I wanted to play games, but no.
No, I mean anyone on your phone at all, whether you know.
Oh no, you were literally the last person I texted.
You texted me last, but was I the last person to text you?
Yes.
Okay, fair enough. If you could hang out with any cartoon character, which would you pick?
I actually don't know.
Well, if you don't answer, you're going to miss out on your opportunity.
Well, they're all awesome, but I guess see, for me, that's kind of hard because I guess it would be one of the Transformers, but they don't exist. So.
Well, I don't think most cartoon characters exist.
Their voice actors do.
Well, same with Transformers.
Well, then it would be Optimus Prime.
Optimus Prime. Hanging out with Optimus Prime. And here's the thing. He could pick you up in his truck and you could be inside him.
He could. He could. He very well could.
Okay, next question. Is your middle name perhaps Herman? Or maybe it's Hartwell? I'm getting both vibes from you and would really like an answer.
No.
Okay, next question. Who is your favorite athlete of all time and why?
Don't have one.
There's no athletes that you like?
No.
You've never had a good sports moment?
No.
Because I remember you being excited when the Steelers won the Super Bowl.
Yeah, whoop-de-doo, they won the Super Bowl. Oh my god. I don't have a favorite person.
I thought you were going to say Troy Polamalu.
Not really, no.
No? You were more of a Big Ben Roethlisberger guy?
No. I'm glad they got rid of him.
Well, he retired.
That's what you want to call it.
What do you call it?
I call it they kicked him.
Why'd they kick him?
He was old. Screwed up too many times, so yeah.
Okay.
They say that he retired, so it wouldn't look like they did it themselves.
Gotcha. Gotcha. It's a conspiracy here, just to, make him not look as bad, but really they didn't want him.
Pretty much, yeah.
Okay. What is your favorite memory of Grant?
Oh, let's see. My favorite memory of my cousin. I would have to say that it would be all of the times he has ever made up a silly character.
A silly character?
Yes.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I think one of those characters may have given you a prank call from earlier in this list.
Oh, yeah, I think so.
All right. Have you ever taken a date out to someplace really fancy, like Red Lobster?
No.
Never taken a date out somewhere fancy? No restaurants?
Restaurants, but you consider fancy and you consider where I live now.
You guys don't have a Red Lobster.
In Erie, but I don't eat lobster, so no.
Well, what is the nicest place that you have taken a date?
Nowhere, really.
You've never taken a date anywhere?
I've taken a date a lot of places, but
Well, name the one that's the nicest.
Anything I would... Dude, none of them.
Burger King?
No. How is that nice?
Well, if that's the nicest, I'm not saying it is nice, but I'm just saying.
It's not, though. None of them are.
They're all worse than Burger King?
They're all about subpar, even Burger King.
What about, Perkins?
Well, since it got shut down because it wasn't doing good business. Anyways, I would say no.
You've never taken a date to Perkins?
No.
I thought you've had dinner at Perkins before.
That should answer your question on that. I mean, I've eaten at Perkins, but that was usually family or the girlfriend tagged along. Like, that's...
So you did take a girlfriend to Perkins?
That's because she was with me. It wasn't scheduled. It wasn't something that I really would consider fancy.
Okay. Follow-up question.
Yeah.
At Red Lobster, or whatever restaurant, your date orders the Admiral's Feast and an extra side of Cheddar Bay biscuits.
Yeah.
Can she order that?
Sure.
You don't care?
No.
Follow-up. Would you pay for the Admiral's Feast and Cheddar Bay biscuits? Would your date have to share the Cheddar Bay biscuits with you, or no?
No.
No. To both parts?
Yeah. Hey, I don't like lobster.
And you're not paying for her meal?
Oh, no, I'll pay for that.
Well, that was the question. Will you pay for the Admiral's Feast and the Cheddar
Yeah,
Bay?
no, I'll pay for that, but she doesn't want to share with me. That's hers.
Gotcha. Now,
That's not a problem.
what's the most expensive meal that you had to pay for on a date?
Paid $50 one time.
For what? What restaurant was that?
Is that I don't even remember the name of the place now, but it's over in Oil City, out by Walmart. They're I wouldn't call them fancy either. They serve hamburgers, stuff like that, you know, salads, whatever you want, and it just happened to come to $50. That's all.
How'd it come to $50? What'd you all order?
Well, I believe I got spaghetti, and he got some kind of steak dish. I would assume the steak was the expensive one, but I could be wrong.
What about drinks?
I don't drink tap water from cities, so.
What about that, like that Blue Mountain Dew you got there?
Nobody else serves that.
Oh.
It's kind of like their own thing.
So you don't drink water from cities?
No.
No matter how clean the city is, you're not drinking that? Just bottled water?
Yeah.
What about country water? Will you drink that?
If you're talking about from a spring, yes.
What about from a reservoir?
Depending on if I know where the reservoir is, yeah. Sure.
What about in a beach town?
No.
No? Okay.
Probably for some odd rude reason, recycled seawater. Probably got a lot of salt and weird bacteria in it.
All right, and then here is the final question. You should do another collab with some more personal questions.
Personal as in what?
I'm just reading what the question says. That's what it says.
I don't... Personal is not something I do.
How come?
It's my business. Nobody else's.
But you did commit to answering these questions, and you answered them. I mean, some of these looked
They weren't personal.
Some of them looked a little personal. You started squeaming a little bit.
No. What do you mean?
I'm talking about the restaurant and stuff like that. You started to get a little squirmy in your seat there.
No, that's not really a personal question. Just a question I don't really have too much of an answer for.
Gotcha. So what did you think of the questions overall? Did your fans ask you some good questions?
Oh, yeah. I thought they were great. I will do another question, but if it's anything super personal, I'm not answering it.
And what would be an example of something that you wouldn't answer?
Let's say things behind closed doors.
Well, isn't your house closed door right now?
Adult stuff. How about that? Let's put it that way.
Adult stuff?
Yeah, okay.
Like what? Taxes?
No. I don't talk politics. I don't talk taxes. I don't talk about things that are of a personal nature that you shouldn't talk about in public.
Like taxes?
No. Well, I mean, you can talk about taxes in public. You probably shouldn't, but you can.
Then what are you talking about?
What do you mean, what am I talking about?
Stuff that adults do that's personal. Taxes, health information, insurance. But then you're like, no, not that, something else.
The horizontal hula, Grant.
The horizontal hula?
Yes.
You don't talk about dancing.
The Sally two-step down south. Like, come on. You know where I'm going with this.
And that's a square dance, right?
No, Grant. None of these are dances.
The hula, the two-step, sure sounds like dances. I think you should probably look these things up before you start just blabbing on video to it.
Sexual nature, Dirkwad.
Oh,
I don't answer those questions, and I never will.
how come?
Because that's personal.
True. Now,
Nobody needs to know.
have you had a lot of pressure from people trying to get you to answer those types of questions?
No. But I will not answer them. I will never answer them. I don't care.
Sounds fair to me.
Fair.
So what was your favorite question that you were asked today?
Nah, I'd have to say the animal one.
The animal question, what animal you would be. The owl question.
Yeah.
Had some good thought. Now, you talked a little bit about eating their food. You didn't really talk a lot about pooping their poops.
Why would I do that?
It's part of the question.
But it's also personal.
Wait. Turning into an owl and then doing owl poops is personal?
Do you talk about taking a crap in public?
Yeah, I believe I have a YouTube video of me crapping.
Only you, Grant. Yeah, you know, they should have a show. And it should be called The Only Grant Show.
Uh-huh. I'd watch it. What's it about?
Grant being stupid.
Oh.
Oh, wait, that's just in general.
Oh. Alright, well, you answered all the questions. Is there any closing out statements that you wanted to make before we shut off?
Buy my merch.
What merch?
Merchandise that I have on the store. If you give me a minute, I will show you what I'm talking about.
Alright.
This is my merch.
Hey, hey. Have you ever worn it?
Actually, yes.
How does it feel?
Very comfortable.
Yeah?
Very lightweight. Very good material. Has a stain on it.
Now, when you buy a new one, is it going to have a stain on it too?
No. At least it shouldn't. That's just personal.
But you said you weren't going to answer any personal questions.
That's not that personal.
Oh.
That's just me. That's because of me.
Aren't you going to make a commercial for this awesome merchandise? A video of doing a special about this?
I am still currently in the works and progress of.
Oh, yeah. There you go, folks. You heard it here first. Something to look forward to. The great Spectrum t-shirt video coming up soon. In progress.
Yes.
Alright. Well, I guess that's it. Thanks everyone for watching. Any last words before we shut it off?
Peace.